not do anything else this year but run for election.
Well, we're running for election. We're running live right now. Day 1, Battle of the All-Stars 2018. This is Tom Fullery. With me is
Amy Zanelli, otherwise known as Spockatuyu.
She's not Kent the politician, she's Spockatuyu the politician. But guess what? We have Maryland and Kentucky coming up. We already had first game of the day, which was a phenomenal sight. We had Virginia taking on Tennessee. Virginia took down the win. Tennessee had a strong second half, looking to get things moving for them, even though they took a loss. Maryland, consistently one of our top 5 teams all 5 years.
Yes.
Last year was the first year they did not get the top 3 medal, so they're going to have something to prove. They got some changes to their team. Kentucky coming, brand new team showing up at the tournament.
I'm very excited. We have a lot of new teams at the tournament this year.
Yeah, definitely. Like to see these leagues all come together, put their state teams together, put their league affiliations aside, and represent their states. We got about a minute or so to action, so let's run through our rosters.
All right, for Kentucky, we have number 11, Sam. Number 12, Soda Pop Ruckus. Number 13, Rocky Florer. Number 149, Bambi Thumper. 18, Scrappy Sue. 19, Michonne Unslayable. 201, Generator. Number 22, Rexy Dangerfield. Number 34, Pinky Brewster yet again here with us. We've got number 388, Salamis Aaron. Number 413, Genferno. We got number 8, Silver Rose. Number 40, Carry a Glock. Love that. Number 80, we've got Barbara Fett, which I also like, and 85, Bunny.
All right, now for Team Maryland, lead them out. We got 007, Juke of Windsor. 115, Pretty Paralyzer. Number 12, Off D-Wall. 138, Gourley Girl. 2113, Slambolina. 22, Lucretia McEvil. Number 24, Bourbon Bruiser. Number 25, Eddie Kruger, one of the captains today. 2517, Tarantina. 29, Queso Diva. 306, Pink Medusa. 308, Gigi Hardy. 33, Carbomb Kelly. 40, Axel Greaser. 410, Fatal Popa. 44, Princess Leia. Number 7, Marvy Lust. And 712, Lithium Lady. They are going to be bench coached today by Howland Scruff. Kentucky is going to be represented on the bench by Gory Details and Morphine. So we're getting ready to go. As you can see, officials getting set up and ready to start. What should we expect in this game coming up right now, Spock? What do you think we're going to see happen? Second game of the day, energy starting to build.
I'm very excited. There are some older players that we haven't seen yet that are not on the team. There are some new additions. I'm excited to see Marv.
Right now we got Carbomb Kelly in the front working her way into Team 2. First year with Team Maryland. Getting driven back into the main stretch. That's 413 right now, jamming. That is Genferno trying to push in front of the pack. Strong brace by Maryland.
Yes.
And look who was in front bracing. That was Marvy Lust.
Oh, nice hit.
Blown up on the backside. I don't know if you can see it, but thrown to the ground and now getting dragged all the way back was Carbomb Kelly.
Looks like Marv is running the wall, and she's doing a great job. I'm so happy to see her. I was sad she didn't make it last year.
Yeah, last year she was voted to the team. Unfortunately, broke her leg. You will see she has the dreadlocks and the black line across the front of her face. Carbomb Kelly coming around for another scoring pass.
Carbomb on a scoring pass.
Oof.
Looks like we got a blocker reporting the box. That is number 11, Slam for Kentucky.
Oh, and she gets through.
Yeah, Genferno threw an initial pass. Carbomb Kelly still getting dragged around to the back.
Looks like we've got some nice defense on both sides here.
Yeah, it was a good start to the game. We had a good bit of movement, but the score still sitting 0-0. Now, okay, 3 points picked up. Good job by Kentucky. The Carbomb Kelly got out early and able to steady the rest of the tide. Okay, so we're setting up again. Yeah, we see Tarantina out there. We'll wait and see Kentucky. I haven't seen the jammer jump out there yet.
Looks like Lucretia is going to be running the line for Maryland.
Setting a brace, and then bracing on the other side, we have Soda Pop Ruckus. Great name. Kentucky getting a knockout in the beginning. Oh, good knockout on the inside. Tarantina recycling to the back. All right, that was Michonne Unslayable knocking out Tarantina. So right now, things are bogging down here. Nobody's really getting much movement going. Now we got some offense coming there from number 19. That's Michonne Unslayable. Michonne Unslayable sporting the multicolored visor so you can't see what's in her eyes.
Oh, and we've got Lee Jammer for Maryland.
That's Tarantina. Meanwhile, we had 149 pivot for Kentucky report to the box. That's Bambi Thumper.
Comes again on the inside line, sneaks through.
Yeah, Jen Furno.
Oh, almost.
Yep, got knocked to the inside. Jen Furno now getting drugged back. That's Gigi Hardy in the back, continuing to sit right on top. I apologize, that's not Inferno. That is Bunny now with the star. That was Bunny who's jamming. Puts the star back on in the back. Maryland's defense locking things down.
If this game keeps going this way, we're going to see a lot of jammers because they're going to get tired.
It's been low scoring. Like, we've had longer jams than you would expect.
They are working hard. Oh, and we've picked up 5 points. Maryland adding a few more to the board.
Yeah, that's almost a minute and a half, and 5 points is the first thing picked up. Looks like we have a star pass. That is to 149 Bambi Thumper after getting released from the penalty box.
And they call that jam.
This is a typical Maryland type of game. Grind it down, defense, get dirty. 2 jams, total of 10 points scored. Right now holding Kentucky off the board. They're going to look to shake things up and get it started this jam.
Absent from Maryland this time around is, oh, I forget her name.
There's a couple of the veterans
Yeah,
have chosen to do different things. Like Holly Go Harley was a mainstay. I Am Payne, they're no longer here, but we got new fresh faces. Marby Lust, Gourley Girl, some of them. Oh, and there you go, fatal faux pas, shoots out of the box.
Wow.
Referee, unfortunately, Big Mean Daddy goes down, but right back up into the action.
Ooh, that was a nice turn by the pivot, hopping around.
Right on the heels, number 13, Rocky Floor, great name, comes up with a lot of speed.
Nice.
Look at that, 4 points picked up for Maryland. I'm waiting, is it 3 or 4?
I think it's 4.
Oh, picking up all 4 points. You see the speed she carried into the back stretch there?
Oh, so nice.
Took the inside line and darted to the front. Great job there by Rocky Floor. So, yeah, Kentucky's now on the board, 14-4. Seemed like Maryland's had the action for the first 5 minutes, but they're only down 10 points. Yeah, back out there, 4-1-3, Jen Furno. And that is Lithium Lady jamming for the first time, throwing the shoulders.
Look at that. There we go.
She's like, playoff football's got nothing on me. I'm throwing shoulders and getting free.
That's a little more like the Maryland I'm used to.
Lithium Lady
Daddy
getting out.
Death Wish. That's who I don't see here today. I wonder
No, she has
where
stepped
life
down
has taken
too,
her.
but Maryland's got some changeover, but it looks like these fresh faces are ready to go,
No, I'm
tearing
liking
things up.
her. Lithium Lady is doing nice. Look at that.
Lithium Lady from the 301 Derby Dames. Got to give a shout out to the smaller leagues. We're used to hearing about Charm and Mason Dixon, all leagues represented in Maryland. Meanwhile, Jen Ferner still driving on that pack, trying to get through. Oh,
Ooh.
big hit there in the front. Was that number 80?
Yeah.
That is Barba Fett.
Twice in a row. She's down, but keep going.
That's a sign of a good jammer, tenacity. Get knocked down, get right back up, and go right back at them.
And
Don't
good
give them.
blocks, because those were all nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Knocked her to the ground twice, but all clean.
But don't let them keep you down. Just keep grinding on them, and you'll eventually win through, and that's exactly what happened. You're now getting pulled backwards through the pack.
That was fun.
Didn't see the blocker. That was number 8. Just grabbed her jammer and said, "Come with me." That was Silver Rose doing a great job. I don't know if Jen Ferner was ready for it, but definitely teamwork being had.
And number 8 for Kentucky heading to the box. That's Silver Rose.
All right, Lithium Lady now making another run at it. So right now they started with 14 points, sitting at 39. I mean, she's sitting on 25 points already in this jam.
Wow.
And that might be
Make it
another
30.
5. Biggest jam of the day, because in the last game we had a couple large 20-point jams. That's biggest jam. They went from 14 to 44.
Nice.
That is a way to put the foot down and try to get some separation. Now, we have 15-minute halves, half-hour games with a brief 30 seconds to a minute break in between.
Yes, to make room for all 16 teams, and we are now officially international.
That we are. We got Saskatchewan, Canada coming down. Got to meet some of them. Ladies are really excited to play this weekend. But no, the best part about it is we're going to have these 30-minute games for the first day, almost 2 days. At the second half tomorrow, they'll start getting a little longer, but we're going to run through everybody. Carbomb Kelly now out in front. Number 85, Bunny, back out there for Kentucky. Driving in the front, that's Marv out there trying to hold the inside line.
Doing a great job recycling.
Carbomb Kelly does put up a scoring pass. Looks like the star has been passed. Ooh. It's now in the hand of the pivot. I believe that is Bambi Thumper. That is correct. Oh, the star was passed. She just stuffed it in her shirt, so I don't know if it was a legal pass or what happened. Illegal procedure now called on Bambi Thumper. She's got to go to the box.
Nope. And
she drops the star, so now we got a longer power jam due to confusion there.
Yeah, I think Kentucky might be getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, the star was passed. I don't know if it was illegal for her trying to stash the star in her shirt or if it was a legal pass, but either way, she got called. The star's now sitting here just off your screen right there in turns 1 and 2. It's sitting right there. And now it looks like we have a player coming out. That is 85. Now putting the star back on, so legal star pass going right back. Bunny back out from the box with the star.
That's going to be 4 more points for Maryland.
They are cranking up the heat right now, bringing the score up to 74-4. They got things kicked off with that last jam, and now another jam by Carbomb Kelly.
So far, the second game of the day is mirroring the first in some ways.
I heard a whistle. We'll make sure. I didn't see if there was a timeout or something called. We're waiting for our official to jump in the middle of the track.
I think it's an official timeout. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nope, Kentucky's called a timeout. I think they need to re-strategize. I
think that's a good call. They just had a run of a couple bad jams. We saw earlier the defense was strong for them. They were bracing and matching and keeping things grinding down. But Maryland able to slip through for a couple big ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're excited to be here. We got to give our shout out to our good friends at Nerd Derby.
Oh, yes.
New England Roller Derby.
My favorite.
We have our man Chad here who's running all the gear as you're giving you great view of the game and a beautiful scoreboard so you know exactly the time and the score. Things we haven't had in the past. It's nice to be able to keep an eye on how many penalties, or excuse me, how many timeouts. As you can see, one each team. There's 4 penalties per game since we're only playing a 30-minute game. So we're having fun here. It's early still in the day. We can see the people are starting to get caffeinated. They're starting to make some room, noise in the background. Starting to show up slowly.
I like it. I like it.
I got my early morning derby high going.
Always. And our 20-ounce coffees. It's a minimum requirement. And it's nice. It's nice to see everybody. I love this tournament, and I've always loved this tournament because it sets the stage for how the rest of the year in Derby will go. We get to see the new stars. We get to see who to watch for.
I like how we get to learn so many faces. We're used to seeing teams that are, in playoffs or doing WFT games. You get to see a lot of smaller leagues. And then I don't get to see Kentucky all that often. But right now I'm enjoying watching number 13, Rocky Floor.
There we go.
First lead jam going to Kentucky. That's like I said, like we have Saskatchewan. I'm not used to Canada. We're seeing teams that you just don't normally get to see in your local area come here. But then also the representation of the smaller and larger leagues in every area is great to see that cohesion get together.
It is, and this is also a testament to which skaters are the most flexible because these all-star leagues don't practice together much at all, especially not in the beginning of the season. And then they don't often come against each other with these different states. So to see how fast they can adapt and recover, and
you hit the key word there, adapt. They're adapting, but also you have to be a very wherewithal skater and be able to communicate with everybody. And you see that's what comes together here. Like you said, there are some bigger states like PA. Maryland's not as big as some of them, but like you get everybody together to practice. That doesn't happen often.
Oh, and it's nice to see because you get brand new skaters that made it, and they're skating with these all-stars. Like we're going to see Teflon Donna, who's still on PA, and she's just a mainstay of Derby as it is.
Yeah, she's a PA All-Star. She also was a Team USA All-Star.
Yeah, there's that.
She can pretty much play with everybody anytime.
But it's so nice because there are people from smaller towns, smaller leagues that don't get to play with these big stars all the time. So this is as much a learning and training exercise for the season as it is a tournament.
And what I've talked to team captains, that's the biggest thing is they say you're able to share knowledge, and you're amazed to see how players learn quickly, but then also take it back to their leagues and hopefully take that knowledge and learn and help their leagues grow. Right now,
big nice hit from Marv.
Marv doing the honors on the back stretch with the highlighter green socks on. Oof. Coming to the back hard, blowing up Bourbon Bruiser, but Bruiser back up, engaged in that wall.
Yeah, Bourbon for a smaller skater, she's really
oh, there's definitely some dog in her, man.
Yeah.
The dog in her is big. Her size may be small, but she brings it.
All right, so we got a pass with Kentucky. Now we've got Sam wearing the star.
And there you go, fatal faux pas, who was jammed, picked up 4, calls off the jam. We're coming under 3 minutes to go, 76-9. Maryland, sorry, 77-9. Maryland extending the score.
Have we discussed yet the rankings for how everyone came into this tournament? Because I think that's something to share with the audience.
Okay, the way it's set up is we got four divisions of 4 teams. They're all going to play against each other to kind of seed themselves. And then all the teams are going to work into the bracket. So that's what these 30-minute games are setting up. So they're going to play each 4-team bracket. I'll have to see if I can get them. Unfortunately, I don't have them right in front of you. Oh, great job stepping over a stadium. Lithium Lady.
She's good. I'm excited. This is the first time I've seen her.
Same here. 301 Derby Dames. Not a large league in Maryland, but she's showing her game is big. She is bringing it. Look at the tenacity. Meanwhile, we have, I believe that's number 13, Rocky Floor, back out there for Kentucky.
Yes.
Nope. I am wrong once again. That is Bunny out there doing a great job, but unfortunately locked up in that crab-infested Maryland wall, sprinkling Old Bay all over it. And if you're not familiar, Maryland's known for their Chesapeake Bay crabs, and they put Old Bay on everything in Maryland. If you ever see Maryland or Chesapeake anything, it's going to have Old Bay on it. Haven't heard any sprinkle Old Bay chants yet.
Nobody's awake for that yet. Nobody's awake. Later. Bye.
Just like it's never too early for beer, it's never too early for Old Bay.
I like Lithium Lady is good. I wouldn't be surprised if by next year she's representing Charm.
I don't know. That's every skater's where they want to skate, where they want to go, what their life has involved. But as long as she keeps skating, that'll make me happy, no matter what league it's with. Now, don't forget, up next, we're going to have Ohio taking on Kansas. Ohio, one of the mainstays, having a good year last year. Kansas is one of our newer teams coming in, so we're excited to see some new skaters.
Ooh, another lovely hit by Marv. He's going to drag 13 all the way back. That's Rocky Floor. Oh, no, excuse me.
413, Jen Furno. One of the regulars so far jamming for Kentucky.
Yeah, Marv really has.
Good job there. That's Eddie Kruger, one of the captains, getting a knockout, but it was Marv pushing 2 other skaters into her to get her knocked out. So looks like teamwork working pretty well early on for Team Maryland.
Well, Marv has always been an amazing communicator. And forever ago when I skated, she was the first skater that really taught me anything. I still have my original helmet with her signature on it somewhere in a closet.
Yeah, she's definitely used to skate with Salisbury. Now she transferred over to Charm. But right now, we got Car Bomb Kelly knocked out, recycled. Jennifer Furno working her way around, maybe sneaking up for a scoring pass. Jumps into the pack.
Oh, picked up 2 points.
Jen Furno keeping at it, picking up 2, hooking up Kentucky. And there's a bunch of smiles as they go to the bench there on the far side. That's another thing I love about this tournament. You don't have that seriousness of some of the league play and rankings. They're here for fun. They're not used to skating together. So whether they're having mistakes or success, they tend to come to the bench laughing and smiling. And that's what I appreciate.
I like the new structure as well, where they're playing these little 30-minute games to seed themselves as opposed to coming in already seeded like they have in years past.
As you can see, it does say halftime. There's only like a 30-second to a minute halftime. I think the 30 seconds just started. So this is a good start right now. We got Maryland jumping out 90-11. Virginia, who I believe came in third last year, very strong team.
Yes.
They've gotten reinforced. And, of course, we always have the big favorites, as always, New York and PA. New York finally last year for the first time able to take down the title after PA had it locked up for years.
Yep.
We'll see what PA brings back. That's the local team. We know once they get on the track, there's going to be tons of people here to see them. I want to give a shout out to Bucksmont Roller Derby. They're actually representing us and helping put us on here at inline 309 here in Hatfield, PA. Jamming for the first time, we have Gourley Girl getting knocked to the outside. Gourley Girl, the one Delaware representative, able to skate with Maryland, so they don't have enough teams to make up a league, or not enough leagues to make up a full team. You have to have 4 leagues on your team to be here at the Battle of the All-Stars.
All right, we've got Kentucky taking lead jammer status here today.
Jamming for the first time, Rexy Dangerfield turning on the Jets. Come to the pack quickly, calls it off. Little love tap there by Gigi Hardy at the end.
She's making sure she got her points. That was cute.
Had 3 or 4. Wait to get the tabulations in. Referees are on the same angles as us. Yep, all 4 points picked up by Kentucky.
Good for her.
Kentucky's showing up, man, starting to figure things out. And that's another thing with these teams since they're coming together. The early games, you can see they start learning as the game goes on how each other works.
And stay tuned. We will have MVP interviews. That's another upgrade we've had here at BOTAS for this year.
Yes, our friend's going to be interviewing the MVPs, getting all the critical questions immediately after the game.
Because you want to know. There we go.
All right, Kentucky organizing in the front there, doing a good job with the 3-plays. Getting some help from Marv now playing offense. That's fatal faux pas in the front. You on the back here right in front, you got Rocky Fleur jamming for Kentucky. Takes a star off, knocked to the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, great job with a long drag back there by number 40, carry a block. I said block,
Yeah,
carry a
you
block.
said block, carry a block. That's what makes it funny, Tom.
Yes, it is. There you go. Kentucky breaking free from the pack with a star pass to their pivot.
Yes, with a.
That's Pinky Bruiser now taking star for Kentucky and engage in the pack. Ooh, that was
Pinky
a big.
Bruiser just got bruised.
Yeah, that was a knockout by Axel Greaser. Greasing her up to the outside. Boom, down she goes and back up.
Oh, well,
Bruiser.
she returned that favor, let's just say.
Very physical, driving herself into the pack. On a scoring pass to note.
I have to say, speaking of MVPs, I'm really liking Marv. Let's see what they do, but I just think she's done phenomenal. Every jam that she's been running their defense, they have had huge scoring passes.
Little whip and push there by Gigi Hardy, one of the veterans here of Team Maryland, pushing fatal faux pas out of the pack for another scoring pass. So Kentucky, more points on the board now, up to 19 points. Maryland sitting at 99, though. Getting things wound up. So this year, it's actually warm here. Usually we come here, it's freezing cold, expecting snow. It's actually been pretty warm out here in Hatfield, PA.
Yes, Pennsylvania is having a heat wave for the time of year. We're at a whopping, I think we're at 40 degrees, which is amazing right now.
The bomb cyclone moved its way out of here, and now things are cooling off.
Speaking of moving out of here, there we go. Lithium Lady again out with lead jammer. Coming back around for a scoring pass already. Kentucky still stuck in the back.
Yeah, Kentucky throwing a blocker into the middle of that 4-pod right now by Maryland.
Ooh, Kentucky knocking out Paralyzer, but
Bunny takes a star off. I think it was passed. I think it's in the hand of Bambi Thumper. Legs and hair flying. Bambi Thumper jets out of the pack. Bambi Thumper's been a good asset so far for Kentucky. She's taken a couple star passes and a lot of speed for a pivot.
She does have a lot of speed, and I think she'd be good, but they keep calling the jams, as they should, before she's getting a chance to see what she can do. I'd like to see her come out with the star to start with.
Yeah. One thing you always forget is, and especially these all-star teams, you see it a little more, is that you have the pivots who really can jet and set things up. If you can get it to their hands, if you get a good pass, get out in front and put the pressure on. Oh, great replay. See, tiptoeing on the inside there.
Look at that.
Our man Chad and guys from New England Roller Derby hooking up the photos for you. Or the video. I said photos. Video and instant replays. Oh, getting a convoy around the outside.
Hey.
Oh, man, looked like breaking free. That was a knockout by Eddie Kruger there.
And Maryland again.
I could have swore Kentucky had it. It was in their grasp.
She's so close. She's now behind, so, hey, maybe she can close the gap.
There you go. Eddie Kruger, one more little love tap on the outside. In the pack.
She should have picked up a couple points.
But knocked out.
Marv again.
Great coordination in the pack. Eddie Kruger having a big jam. 2 big hits already. Playing some offense as well. Now a full brace there by Maryland. Grinding things up right in front of you here in turns 2 and 3. Of course, don't forget Maryland in red, Kentucky in blue. We should have said that earlier.
Yes.
You can see the Maryland flag on the pants.
They have very, very high contrast in their uniforms, which as an announcer I appreciate.
High contrast. They have high contrast in their flag. That is the state flag on their pants, and it is bright, and it is definitely something they're proud of.
Yes, just like their names on the back, which are so very readable. Kentucky's a little bit harder, but we've got Jen Inferno wearing the star. And she's out. She picked up 4 points for Kentucky. Maryland
Kelly
is right behind her.
Yep, 5 for Carbomb Kelly. Now, Carbomb Kelly is also another one of the captains for Team Maryland. I mentioned Eddie Kruger earlier. Oh, nice little pass on the inside. Good job there, Kentucky. Jen Inferno.
And I will say, I'm very impressed with Kentucky. With the score this wide, with the gap this wide, we're seeing very few penalties.
Correct. Actually, it's been a very, very clean game.
Really, it's good. And it's hard sometimes when you have another team that has such a big lead on you to keep your head about you and still play clean, still play neat and focused. And the fact that they can do that bids them well for whichever bracket they fall into later. Correct.
And actually, you hit on a great point. As long as you keep playing hard, it'll build into your next game. But right now, this is the first game. You start to get that cohesion, start building something for the weekend. And that's how special things tend to happen. You tend to jive together and then hopefully put it all together by the week comes an end. Gorley Girl there for Team Maryland. And I believe that's number 13, Rocky Fleur again for Kentucky. Yeah. Rocky Fleur's shown some skill.
I have to say, I think I like her. I think she's been a very effective jammer for Kentucky.
Getting knocked out, tripped up on the inside. Gigi Hardy staring down at her, dragging her all the way back to the jammer line. Gorley Girl on a scoring pass here.
For those of you that are missing the mighty Isis on the floor, don't worry, she will be here later in the tournament.
You haven't been introduced to her. Stay tuned for future Maryland. The physicality, the speed, the intensity. One of the leaders who's been here. There's only been a couple players. I think the mighty Icy, Lucretia McEvil, and Pretty Paralyzer have been here all 5 years.
Yes.
So they're longtime veterans. But the fresh faces are showing. We've seen Marv out there. We've seen Axel Greaser doing great things. And the jammers, they got a brand new jammer rotation. Gorley Girl's new. Yes. Lithium Lady is new. All having a lot of success.
I'm very excited to see her for the rest of the weekend.
Fatal Faux Pas, I believe, is at the line. Had a great job so far in the game as well.
Marv again running the line for Maryland.
Tends to be a bracer a lot. Tends to bark out the orders. Oh, find a hole in the inside. Oh, tiptoeing with a spin. Lead jam going to number 34, Pinky Bruiser.
Good for her.
Fatal Faux Pas in the front, but the recycle coming up from Kentucky.
Let's see.
Gigi Hardy holding the outside line, pivoting once again. Seems to be a mainstay at the pivot position so far for Team Maryland. They got a lot of trust in her.
Yes.
She tends to jam sometimes for Team Maryland if needed, but it looks like got a new jammer crew this year, so She resides herself to do great blocking and take a star as needed.
And in games like this, especially the first time coming up and with this spread, you're going to play your newer jammers. You're going to try some new things because you can afford to. And you never know what cohesion you'll find when you do that, and I think it's wise. That's why I love this tournament for 1,000 reasons.
Lithium Lady, takes the shoulder right in the chest, tiptoes on the outside skate.
Doesn't bother her a bit.
Showing some toughness, great to see. Lithium Lady putting on a show so far.
Silver Rose, yeah, Silver Rose is doing good for Kentucky as well.
Yeah, slowing up, but Quesadiva in the back. Work with Pink Medusa. That was Princess Leia as well, trying to hold up, doing a good job, but the star was passed to the pivot.
I will just point out that on Maryland we have Princess Leia, and on Kentucky we have Barbara Fett. And that makes myself, and I'm sure the crew of Nerd Derby, very, very happy.
In a galaxy far, far away, and this one, they're playing roller derby.
It is the final frontier.
I think just cross the stream. There's some geeks like me who almost cried.
I have to. I'm Spocket to you. I will insert all Trek references at any point in time, even when inappropriate, because it's more fun that way.
You cannot force your Trekkie agenda upon us. We're Star Wars fans.
Ugh.
All right. So right now sitting at 140-31, 4:15 to go. Once again, Maryland in red, Kentucky in blue. We are setting up here to run the rest of this game down. Don't forget, after us today, we're going to have after this game today, we're going to have Ohio versus Kansas. Stay tuned all day. We're having half-hour games. It's going to be quick, fast excitement.
Yes. And after Ohio and Kansas, we've got Massachusetts and Saskatchewan from Canada, and we will have live singing of the Canadian national anthem.
Can't wait. Always like to hear that. Great anthem. I love the USA, of course, but Canada's got a beautiful anthem. All right, now up Slambolina, jamming for the first time for Team Maryland. Gets a quick out and then just blows up the pack.
Good job.
Jets out front.
Yeah.
Slambolina picks up 4. Looks like a blocking out of bounds on Car Bomb Kelly, the pivot for Team Maryland. Oh, knockout there. That was a great job slowing up that momentum for Slambolina.
Looks like Rexy Danger is going to pick up 4 points for Kentucky.
Shown unslayable, doing a good job this jam, getting a couple hits, now dragging back Slambolina. Marvy Lust able to get a piece of the
That's
jammer.
all you need is that little toe.
Yeah, Rexy Danger had a really good speed in jamming last time, but they've been able to bottle up that speed this jam so far. Skating smoothly through the pack. Slambolina. Looks like Team Maryland able to keep things going, wanting to keep the clock running. Continue to keep this jam going. So both
Rexy's
jammers
looking a little tired.
getting beat up by the Maryland defenders. Slambolina comes into the pack once again. Michonne unslayable with another knockout. Strong defender for Kentucky. Looking forward to seeing more games come from a player such as her. Penalty box is empty right now. I was mentioning earlier, Gigi Hardy now looking to jamming for the first time for Team Maryland.
Nice.
Pinky Bruiser, yeah, you see the pink helmet just barely underneath that.
Yeah, under her.
Their helmet cover.
Do they still call them panties?
I think you can. But who likes wearing underpants on their head? I mean, come on, seriously.
Frat boys? I don't know.
Gigi Hardy skips with a big smile. Looked like she was free from the pack, tiptoeing the inside line, knocked out. What I enjoy about Derby are truly seeing the faces of skaters who just enjoy being out there. Something good, something bad, a big smile. Oh, there, pivot goes down with a tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Tuck and roll like she was on fire.
Pinky calls it off.
There you go. So, no pass, no penalty. So, yep, Pinky Bruiser called it off.
In time to lock out Maryland. So
Yep,
that was a good
indeed.
jam for her.
153-39. We are coming down to under a minute. This could be our most likely our final jam. So Kentucky showing up first time here, putting 39 points on the board, looking to add to that in the final jam.
Marv and Lucretia out for Maryland.
Jammer from Maryland just driving face first of both jerseys of the other team. Fatal faux pas.
It's out.
And then Rocky Floor getting knocked out by Lucretia McEvil.
And she has taken off her cover. It looks like she's going to go with her standard and pass that star again.
Good wherewithal by Marv. Skater was down. Hurry up and jetted back just as she was getting ready to stand up. Good wherewithal by Rocky Floor to keep the skate out and go back.
I'm sorry, but I cannot wait to see Marv and the Mighty Isis blocking together. I think that is going to be one hell of a wall.
Let the bodies hit the floor. We're continuing on here. Official time clock is up. We're on the jam clock. 1:10 and counting down. Fatal.
Rocky Floor still trying to pass that star.
Fatal faux pas comes around, looks at, there's some confusion here. Fatal faux pas tapping her hips.
But
I believe she was lead jammer.
She's confused, the coach is confused.
We're not sure what's going on. So she scored another 5 points, but we don't see a lead jammer designation at the moment. So maybe something happened where she lost it.
She possibly. We may have had no pass, no penalty. We may have missed that.
Yep, but find a hole in the inside, fatal faux pas. We're going to run this thing out, 35 seconds and counting down.
This is great.
We got Andrew Keys, one photographer over here, harassing us, flashing his lights in our face.
He's never harassing. We love him.
That was a loose use of the term. All right, fatal faux pas, one more time, 5 points.
She's confused, but she keeps picking up so many points. At this point, just run with it, honey. Just go.
All right, meanwhile, Kentucky still pushing at it, still trying to get free. Recycling one more time. Rocky Floor in the back for Kentucky. Not giving up.
And there we go.
Good there, good sportsmanship. Number 8 there. Of course, Silver Rose, who was a strong blocker all day long in this game, getting one final hit on the jammer as the whistle is called. Gives her a hand, helps her back up. So far, 2 games in the book. Maryland, Virginia looking very strong so far.
Yes.
Taking on 2 brand newcomers. That would be Tennessee and Kentucky to this tournament. And
they actually had a slightly cleaner game, though, if I remember correctly. We really had very few penalties. I think, what we have, 3?
There was very few. Team Maryland in the past is a team,
impressed.
unfortunately, that goes through those bunches of penalties.
Yes.
And then able to overcome that. They look very clean.
Jam. I'm impressed, and I'm really impressed with seeing Kentucky and how well they handled themselves, because Maryland's used to playing together. They're used to playing here on this floor. They should be proud. They did very well.
Yeah,
MVP
most definitely.
predictions.
Right now, we'll have to see. I got a couple different ideas. I mean, we saw several players on both sides. Silver Rose was a strong blocker. We also had Michonne Unslayable from Kentucky, another strong blocker. Lithium Lady just added juice to Team Maryland. As you said, Marvy Lust. All right, so we're going to work on getting those MVPs. They get picked on. All right, so we're kind of working on getting those MVPs.
Yeah,
so if you give us a minute, we're going to huddle together. We'll get your MVPs for us. So you may hear some silence. We'll be right back at it. Once again, I'm Tom Fuller. With me is Spakatuya. We're going to work on getting your MVPs and get those over to you shortly. All right, here again, Tom Foolery with MVP of Team Maryland in the first game, Marvy Lust. So, last year you were on Team Maryland, unable to skate. How does it feel being back on the track with your teammates?
Oh, it's amazing. Last year I had an injury. I tore my ACL and my meniscus, and this is just what I've been looking forward to, is coming back and helping us get to be where we need to be this year.
Glad to see you back, because that was right before you were able to skate this bout. So you have a new team this year, a lot of new members. You're skating for the first time. How's the team coming together? How do you guys feel about that solid defense and physicality we know comes from Team Maryland?
You know, a lot of us have gelled together for a long time now, and a lot of us come from the same team or have large numbers from some different teams. We all just play the same game, and we are really communicative and have as many practices together as possible, and it just works really well for us.
All right, so what's your favorite pre-game ritual for Team Maryland?
As most people who know me know, I drink a lot of milk, and I usually drink a half gallon to a gallon of milk before a game.
All right, if you want to be big and strong like Marv, drink your milk. Thank you so much. We look for you. Good luck for the rest of the weekend.
Hello, and I am here with the MVP for Team Maryland, Unslayable, please. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this game? How do you feel being here in PA?
It's a little exciting. I've never been out in this area in my entire life, so just being here is really exciting. But I really didn't know what to expect whenever I got here. There's big names here, and I'm not a big name, so I'm just trying to climb my way up there, and I hope this is my way up. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, I think that's amazing. I think you did a fabulous job. How did the team feel skating here and skating on this floor? Because this floor has been a point of contention for some teams the first time they come down.
It was nothing new for us. At our home rink, we have the same exact floor, so it's nothing new for me, so I didn't have to worry about that as soon as I saw it. But everyone else were like trying to hurry up and change their wheels and see what's going on and how, if we can slide, or I don't know, it's just new for all of us, or some of us, so I think it went okay.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations, and I look so forward to seeing you in these next games to come all weekend.
Thank you.
All right, this is Pocket to You signing off. We'll see you with our next game shortly.